My dear brothers and sisters, devotees of God, our Guruji or Swamiji, members of the Jivan Surara Ashram, take this opportunity to welcome each and every one of you tonight, this final night of our Ganesh Yajna. Indeed, it is a privilege to come in such places where the name of God is being chanted and honored. Purva Punya Mila Milahi Santa. It is because of your past good actions, your past good karma. You're able to gather in such places and the name of God is being chanted and glorified. Indeed, we are all blessed to be here. With this, I invite you to please stand as we have our anthem. As you sit comfortably, with our backs Erect, our eyes closed. We surrender ourselves to the divine peak of Ganesha. That Lord removes our problems and obstacles. Ganesh Bhagavan. He's called very different, many different names. Vignaharta, Vignahara. As tonight we surrender ourselves to the divine feet of Lord Ganesha. We surrender all problems, all our situations, circumstances to the divine feet of Lord Ganesha. He will take care of all of our problems in life, my dear friends. Once we have surrendered, our heart will take the devotion. I want you to mentally think about the divine feet of the Guru, the preceptor. As I make salvation to the divine feet of our Lord Shiva himself. Om Guru Brahma Guru Vishnu Guru Devo Maheshwara Guru Sakshat Param Brahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah. Om He Rama Purushottamam Narhari Narayana Keshava Govindam Garudanujan Gunave Namo Brahmadana Pavanatana Sankata Harana Mangalamurajiro Rama Sita Sita Hire Vasu Surabhu Pai Pai Gajana. The all merciful Lord Almighty, let us have a chant together. Pai Pai Gajana Parvati Mandala Gajana Pai Pai Gajana Parvati Nanda Gajana Dear brothers and sisters, Ganesh Purana Malparti created this child, and out of instruction, do not allow the entry of anyone that who tries to enter the home, and placing this child at the entrance. These are the instructions of this child by Mother Parvati. Lord Shiva coming home and noticing this child at the entrance. And this child, the instruction of his mother, not allowed anyone into the home. Did not allow Lord Shiva to enter the home. My friends, sometimes when we are given authority, a little authority in life, what happens? We allowed our pride, we allowed our ego to build so high. This little authority, this child has gotten. What happened? It went to his mind, it went to his head. And because of this ego, because of his pride, Lord Shiva was to remove the head of this child and replace it with a head that have that knowledge, that have that wisdom, and do not have these negative qualities in it. Hence, he was named Ganesha. Similarly, we have heard in different texts, different scriptures, where example, Ravana, he was a very ardent devotee of Lord Shiva himself. And having received boons, having received blessings from Lord Shiva, he wanted to test his own blessings from Lord Shiva upon Lord Shiva. Similarly, Hiranyakashipu, he have received blessings from God, Bhagavan. And because he received these blessings from Bhagavan, he thought that he was Bhagavan. He thought that he was God. And because of his pride, because of his egoism, that goes up to the individual head, what happened? They have to be destroyed by God himself. Similarly, this child placed at the doorways with all of his egoism, pride, his head was have to be removed and be placed with that head of knowledge, understanding, wisdom, compassion, love. My dear friends, we have heard this story in the Ramacharitamanus. Let us hear it. A very similar instance. Let us hear it.
गणपति देवा प्रभु गणपति देवा गणपति देवा प्रभु गणपति देवा
A very similar instance is when Sri Hanumanji entered to Lanka. At the entrance of Lanka, there was this demon by the name of Lankani. Ravana had placed her at the entrance of Lanka with instruction that anyone entering the gates of Lanka, that no one should enter and should be destroyed. And having received this instruction from Ravana, the pride, the egoism went with that demon's head, my dear friends. And not recognizing Bhagavan, Sri Hanumanji himself. What happened, my dear friends? And she began to insult Sri Hanumanji. It is Shakti. Oh fool, she is referring to God. क्या तूने मेरा बेर नहीं चाहता? Do you know my practice? That everyone entering this gate without my instruction will be my food. And these are the words of Lankani, my dear friends. My dear friends. This is to tell you that whenever we are full with egoism and with pride and all the negative karma, all these negative qualities within our head, we have to destroy it. We have to get rid of it. And how do we get rid of it? By surrendering ourselves to the divine feet of God. Who is Hanuman Baba? Hanuman Baba is none other than Lord Shiva himself. Or remove the head of that child and place it on the elephant head. So, whenever we have a difficult situation and difficult problems, My friends, when things are not going right in our life, and we are faced so many difficulties and challenging situations, we pray to the form of Hanuman Baba. Let us hear this very beautiful bhajan.
जब कोई बात बिगड़ जाए, जब कोई मुश्किल बढ़ जाए, श्री हनुमान जी पुकारो उम्मीद आए। जब कोई बात बिगड़ जाए, जब कोई मुश्किल बढ़ जाए, हनुमान जी पुकारो मेरे
So whenever we're in difficulties, we turn to Sri Hanumanji. He went across to the cistern of Lanka and got news of Mother Sita. When Lakshmana was struck with the Shakti Ban, he went to the hills and bought the whole mountain. My dear friends, this is the great list. Who is Hanuman Baba? He is none other than Lord Ganesh Bhagavan. My dear friends. My dear friends, in life, in the journey of life, there are always going to be lots of fabulous times, great times, happy moments. Similarly, we are going to experience sadness, unpleasant times or moments also. And Lord Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita that those who cherish and respect good times, bad times are alike. Similarly, those individuals do not get entangled with this material world. Every action we perform, there is a similar reaction or consequences behind that. What we sow, that is what we're going to reap. We cannot plant lemon and expect to get tomatoes. We cannot plant pepper and expect to get saijan. Saijan, moringa. No, my dear friends. What you sow is that the same thing we're going to reap. And this is the reason we always try to do good things. Always try to do good actions in our life, my dear friends. One day, Bhagwan Ganapati was playing. He was playing in Mount Kailash with a captain. This afternoon, for the past couple of days, we had a little kitten walking around all the places. Maybe Lord Ganesh bought him. And this cattle, Lord Ganesh, one day he was playing with this kitten, this cattle. And in a very playful mood, he pulled the tail of this cattle in such a way that the cat felt pain. And then he rolled the cat in the dirt. Out in a very playful manner. After some time, when Lord Ganesh was tired of playing, he went to Mother Parvati and he cuddled. He sat in a lap and began to hug her and kiss her. But as he looked upon her face, Mother Parvati's face, he saw a twist in pain, like something was wrong. And observing her body, her clothing was made of dirt and mud. Lord Ganesh thought to himself, he was very much surprised. What had happened to Mataji? What had happened to my mother? And Bhagavan Ganesh asked, "Oh Ma, what had happened to you? What is the cause of your pain? And why are you so dirty? Why is there mud in your clothing?" And lovingly, as she looked upon Lord Ganesha, she said, "My son, you did all of this mischief to me. That is why my limbs are in pain. My body is dirty." Lord Ganesh, he was so conscious, he was so worried, so surprised, and began to protest. "How can I do this? Mataji, how can I do this? I never hurt you. I never smeared dirt upon you, Uma. Yes, you did, O Ganesha. And Lord Ganesha could not understand exactly what Parvati is saying. And then she said, you pulled my scarf and rolled over me in the ground. And immediately, Ganesh Bhagavan understood what my Parvati was saying. I now understand, Uma, that all bodies and forms are but yours only. And I shall never hurt anyone in this life again. This is why, my dear friends, the great saint, the great poet, Swami Tulsidas wrote in Ramcharitamanas.
Shri Ram Jaya Rama, Jaya Jaya Rama. Shri Ram Jaya Rama, Jaya Jaya Rama. Ram Siya Ram, Siya Ram, Jaya Jaya Ram. Ram Siya Ram, Siya Ram, Jaya Jaya Ram.
Why do we say Sitaram? Why do we say Namaste, Namaskar? What is the meaning behind this, my dear friends? Recently, in one of the African country, in the church, there was a pastor preaching to his congregation, what is the meaning of Namaste? When we say Sitaram, we say that because you recognize the divinity of Mother Sita and Prabhu Ramchandra in you. You recognize the presence of God in you. That is the reason we say Jai Sitaram. And when we can recognize the divinity of God within you, how can we hurt that individual? So therefore, we are hurting God. And if that is the reason, we are hurting our neighbors, our friends, do not say Sitaram, my dear friends. Because Sri Krishna says to Arjuna, Yajjate sarvabhutanam Dejantat aham Arjuna Natat asti vinayatsam Maya bhutam characharam. Sri Krishna says to Arjuna, I am even in that which is the seed of life. For there is no creature, there is no animals, there is no human life or plants moving or unmoving which I do not exist in. So Sri Krishna is saying that I exist in each and every single being, animal, plant, my dear friends. So if I were to hurt you, then I am hurting Sri Krishna. If I were to hurt you, I am hurting Lord Ganapati. Sargunam Arim Atyam Cha Madhyam Chaidaham Arjuna Adyatma Vidya Vidyam Bharam Padaram Aham. O Arjuna, I am the beginning. I am the middle. And I am the end of creation. Who is Lord Krishna? Lord Krishna is none other than Ganesh Bhagavan. Who is Lord Ganesha? Om. The beginning of every single mantra, we say Lord Ganesha. Lord Ganesha is none other than Sri Krishna. Sri Krishna is none other than Lord Ganesha Bhagavan. And he says that I am the science of all soul. And I am Paramatma. And you are an Atma. After death, we shall all go to the Paramatma, Sri Krishna himself. So who is Lord Ganesha? Lord Ganesha is a supreme being.
गणपति देवा प्रभु गणपति देवा गणपति देवा प्रभु गणपति देवा गणपति देवा प्रभु गणपति देवा मूर्ति पूजा गणपति देवा प्रभु गणपति देवा 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 गणपति देवा प्रभु गणपति देवा।
गणपति के प्रतिमा Ganesh. That in Ganesh Purana, there was this mother. On she had a murti of Lord Ganapati. And every single day she would worship Lord Ganesha. And she had a son. And while performing her puja to Lord Ganesha, the son, he felt hungry. He was feeling very hungry. Sometimes when we are hungry, we feel that we want to eat same time. And the son, noticing that she is praying, his mother is praying to Lord Ganesha, and he is telling his mother that he wants food, and the mother is not listening to him. And he kicked the murti of Lord Ganesha. And threw the murti of Lord Ganesha in the ground. And he began to speak Lord Ganesha in different ways. Are you doing some sort of black magic? Are you doing obia? My dear friends, there's many people in society that condemns us. There's many people that say we does worship the idols. My dear friends, let them speak, let them talk, my dear friends, because we are seeing the results. We know the benefits of praying to Lord Ganapati, my dear friends. And we as Sanatans, we see all religion as equal to ours, my dear friends. Lord Krishna, Lord Shiva, Lord Ganesh, Jesus Christ, Allah is the same one God. We call him many different names, but he is the same one God. Similarly, we have Pundit here, we have Devanand over here. His wife would call him or refer to him, sweetheart, darling, honey. I will call him Devanand. His mom will call him son. His uncle will call him nephew. Similarly, God, how we look upon God, will call God in that particular way. So if we see God, if we see the murti of Lord Ganesha, we will say Ganesha Bhagavan. If we see a picture of Jesus, we will say Jesus the Christ. Allah, the same God, my dear friends. And this child, having kicked the murti of Lord Ganesha, what happened? Because the mother is always there for the child. The mother knows the results, what is going to happen, and the mistakes of that child. She knows that that child is going to be punished for doing such an act. And hence, she began to pray to Lord Ganesha for forgiveness, to forgive her child, my dear friends. Similarly, When our child, when our son, when our daughter make mistakes, what happens? The first person to reach there, the first person to reach the police station is who? Is the mother. Because of her love, because of her heart, my dear friends. When you go Aruka in the prison, majority of times there's a mother that be there visiting the child. And in this way, similarly, recently, we have read in the papers and we have saw where the mother have taken away the cell phone of the son. And the son chopped the mother's hand. And though the mother was so severe, bleeding, and the hand is bad, the mother will not say to the police that her son did that. Because of that love, because of her heart. She has a soft spot. All mothers have a soft spot for the children. Sometimes, when I am trying to be harsh to my son, the first thing the mother comes between me and my son. Because that is a love for a mother. And similarly, when the child of the head was separated, and Lord, the head of the elephant was replaced by that child. No matter how that child was looking, but the Barri still loved that child the same way. So, there are conditional love, and there is unconditional love. Conditional love is when, sometimes a boy will see a girl and say, I do not like this girl because she has short hair, her eyes too big, something's wrong with her because he's putting condition in that love towards her. But unconditional love is, no matter how a child is, a mother will always love that child. Similarly, though the elephant head was with that child, Mother Barri, no matter how he looked, Ganesh looked, Mother Barri loved that child even more, my dear friends. That is unconditional love, my dear friends. And similarly, this mother began to pray and beg of Lord Ganesh to please forgive her child for that mistake. And let us hear the next shofar.
गणपति देवा प्रभु गणपति देवा गणपति देवा प्रभु गणपति देवा गणपति देवा गणपति देवा गणपति देवा
Happy birthday, Buddha,
And this way, the mother gathered all the items of worship and she began to pray to Lord Ganesha. Om Ganganapati Namaha, Om Vakratundaya Namaha, Om Siddhinaya Namaha, Om Bhalachandra Gajana, and different names. The mother would offer flowers to Lord Ganesha, trying to please Lord Ganesha to forgive that child. But what you sow is that is what you will reap. And therefore, having kicked the murti of Lord Ganesha, there's a punishment for that. And to the punishment Lord Ganesha have done to this child. So the same day, this child went to the palace, and entering the palace, night fall, and so happened he entered the room of the king and queen, and he stumbled, and his shoes, his slipper, got mixed up with the king one, and he ended up leaving the palace with one of the king's slipper and one of his slipper. The next morning, the king realizing that his slippers was missing, and he went out in search of this slipper. And they found that this child, this boy, had entered the palace and stole the king's slipper. And immediately the king had sent for this child to be executed and be killed into the forest. And the mother prayed and be praying to Lord Ganesha for forgiveness, my dear friends. Lord Ganesha took a form and came into the kingdom and told the king that this boy did not stole the slipper. So my dear friends, we see that when we do perform wrong things, we have to pay the penalty for it. But of course, once you surrender yourself to the divine feet of Lord Ganesha, he removes the problems and obstacles. So my dear friends, when pride and egoism take over us, there's something that called greediness. When you're greedy and you want more and more, that will be one of the greatest downfall in our life, my dear friends. When we have contentment, when we have fulfillment, spirituality, certainly our life is going to be very, very happy. There was once a king, and the king was walking with his minister in this community, the village, and he saw a farmer along with his family, his wife and his son. And they were so entangled with love and happiness. They were singing, they were dancing, singing bhajans of Lord Ganesh, and having a very wonderful time together as a family. So much life in them that their faces radiant. It was so bright like the sun itself. They were beaming with joy and happiness. They had so much affection, so much love for each other. And the king thought himself, man, I have this massive palace with so much wealth. I have everything that I could think about. And these guys, this farmer is much more happier than I am. Why? And his prime minister, who was walking with him, said, sir, because this family does not belong to a 99 club. 99 club? What's the 99 club? And the king asked. So the minister said, O king, give me 99 gold coins. So the king gave him a bag of 99 gold coins. And the minister said, after 6 months, I will tell you, not today, I will tell you after 6 months. So the minister took that bag of 99 gold coins and put it right at the doorstep of that farmer. In the morning, when the farmer got up, he saw a bag right at the doorstep. He picked the bag up, went back into his house, very excited as he was opened the bag. Oh gosh, and behold, the bag of gold coins, glittering as gold itself. Gold coins? He had never come across such good fortune. And he started to count. He started counting. 8, 2, 3, 4, 5. When he reached 99, they were 99 only. And he thought himself, I've made a mistake. And he counted again. And he got 99 again. And he thought himself, maybe I'm too excited. Who will put 99 gold coins? I'm sure they might round it up to 100. Check it back again. 99. Maybe I'm too excited. He called his Dharmapatni. And she counted 99. You can't check. Call his son. The son also got 99. And he thought, who is this idiot who put 99 gold coins rather than 100? Wrong to put 100. So he called his wife, he called his son, and they all counted and got 99. And he said, oh God, we can't live like this. We have to make this 100. And this way, he started working hard, toiling harder every single day, just to earn that one gold coin. And it would take months and years to get that one gold coin. And then his wife was thinking, my husband is such a naughty, such an idiot. that we have 99 gold coins and this guy doesn't spend anything. So she took 2 gold coins and went shopping. And every day, this guy working and would come home every evening and would count this gold coin, 99 gold coin. And this day, 97, 2 missing, 97. Initially there was 99, there's 97 now. So he shouted to his wife, where did 2 gold coins went? And she said, well, I am not an idiot like you. I thought I will go and do some shopping. So I went and spent 2 gold coins. Oh God, the farmer yelled, I am toiling, working hard, putting my blood and sweat to get this 1 gold coin. And you idiot, go on shopping. So now there's 2 gold coins short. So now we have to work even harder to get 3 gold coins. Meanwhile, the son spent 2 more gold coins. So there now is 95. 6 months after, my dear friends, 6 months passed by, and the king and the minister were walking by. And all the buzz had gone. All the life was gone. The songs have gone. The love have gone. Only argument and argument, fighting, bickering. And the king said, what happened to the love? What happened to the songs and the dancing? How did things change so much in just 6 months? The minister said, now they are officially a member of the 99 Club. The king said, man, you took 99 gold coins. And what happened? The minister said, 99 Club is a club of those who have 99 gold coins. But in run after the one, they don't. In running behind 1 coin and trying to reach 100, we have forgotten to utilize the 99. We have learned one thing in our life. Don't wait for destination. Start finding happiness while you are on your journey, my dear friends. Many of us, we work and toil very hard, waiting for that moment of retirement. What happens, my dear friends? Having worked so long, and when we reach that age of retirement, what happens? Perhaps our husband or wife is working together, and when both of us retire at that age, what happens? The husband will die, the wife will die, and all the happiness gone. So while we are working and toiling in our life, we work and we be happy at that moment in time, my dear friends. We do not wait for the destination, but whilst in our destination, whilst in our journey, we spend time together and we enjoy life at that point in time, my dear friends. My dear friends, it is always good to take time off from your work, your professional, and spend time. Go on vacation. Go and spend time with the family, my dear friends. Do not wait to reach the destination to be happy. Go spend a good time, my dear friends. Us, today, I may have the greatest challenge. But that doesn't mean I should postpone my satisfaction. Today, I may be in the middle of the greatest chaos. That doesn't mean I should postpone my satisfaction. Happiness is a journey, not a destination, my dear friends. And Lord Ganesh is teaching us tonight that in our journey to reaching that destination, there are going to be obstacles, there are going to be challenges. Now what do we have to do? We have to surrender ourselves to the divine Lord Ganesh, and He will remove all the problems and obstacles, and we'll find that happiness, my dear friends. Om Ekantaya Kirtanandande Jara Om Shri Ganeshaya Namaha Ganganapate Namaha. Let us all jump together and chant this very sacred mantra dedicated